Hi guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, I've been in touch with a lot of you guys and I love it when you send me the listings of the properties that you're looking at, the ones you've fallen in love with. I go on the property listings all the time to see what might be out there for my guys, especially now that we're heading over very soon. I found some very interesting properties that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to go see them and film them. And if you're interested, you can let me know and I can get some more data on that. So it's very cool. But I did want to say that the property listings in Italy are very different than the ones you find like on Zillow or Realtor.com here. There is a whole different standard, and in California specifically, everything is so regulated. I mean, you really have to make sure that you're not misrepresenting, you're not accidentally saying something that could be construed as something else, and that kind of thing. In Italy, there's a lot of buyer's due diligence, which is very important to understand. You know, it's on you to make sure that what you're buying is actually what you're buying. And a couple of things that I wanted to go over were some of the terms used, you know, in the houses and things like that. I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of them that sort of caught my eye and ear a little bit. I'm like, what is that? So like a casa a schiera is a terraced house. They call it a terraced house or a townhouse. Okay, a lot of those ones you're going to find in the historic centers because they're built on hills. So of course they're terraced or two-story or townhouses. Okay. The other one is a casa, or this one was called a villetta bifamiliare. And I thought that meant like a duplex or something like that. No, that's semi-detached. Bifamiliare is semi-detached. So with a semi-detached property, you have to make sure that the common areas, you understand what they are and what you might be sharing or what is yours and what's theirs, okay? Now, the best way to do all of that is to get what's called the planimetri, which is the floor plans. And a lot of times there you can see them on the site. Just look for planimetri, click on that, and then you can download the floor plans. If you can't, then get them from the agent for sure, because the floor plans are going to give you way more information than you're actually going to get anywhere on the listing. Okay, another thing is sometimes you see bilocale or trilocale. Locale are rooms, all right? So you might see bilocale and go, oh, 2 rooms, 2 bedrooms. Not necessarily. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Usually it means like a soggiorno area, like a kitchen and living room area, and then a bedroom, and then a bathroom. You know, I don't think they usually count those as rooms, but they might. You never quite fully know. Again, the best way to find out is to get the floor plans. Now, another thing we found as we were flipping through things and looking at pictures and looking at floor plans and things like that is sometimes the outdoor space, like a terrace or a balcony or both, can be included in the square meters. Now in California, you don't do that at all. That's outdoor space, that's different. You know, you basically count the livable indoor space that you have inside your house or your unit. But in Italy, it seems like, based on what we've seen, that might be something that occurs. So again, get the floor plans. The floor plans usually have the square meters for every room, and you can see exactly what you're getting, and for terraces and whatever attached things, gardens too. A couple of things that I found, some people have sent me their listings and I went over them and kind of looked to see if they made sense and that sort of thing. These are a couple things that have come up a couple of times, both with clients and with things that I've seen on my own. And you have to really read carefully the listing description, and again, get the floor plans and really actually talk to an agent on the ones that are really confusing. But sometimes there'll be more than one property listed in the listing, so that it looks like you're getting this massive property for 75,000 euros. If there was one in Diamante, I was like, ooh, and Pete and I were ready to go get it. You know, let's just go get it. It's so cheap. Well, it wasn't so cheap. It was 2 properties and they were 75,000 euros each. And we're like, oh, now that one did say 75,000 euros each, but all the pictures were all shoved together and you couldn't tell which was which, and it was extremely confusing. So understand that occurs, and you really have to go over there or have somebody go on your behalf, like me, and make sure that you're getting exactly what they say you're getting, or it looks like you're getting, or you think you're getting. Another one was that you could buy the house. They had the listing price, and they had the square meters of the house and the square meters of a lot of land, and it looked like you got it all for a certain price. Well, it's unclear. They say you can also buy just the house or the house and all the land and the outbuildings. it's a huge difference, right? It could be a lot of difference in price. And so you can't tell whether that price is for just the house or for everything else. And it's just a guess on our part. Now, another thing that's very important to pay attention to in southern Italy, in Calabria, many times the houses will not have heat and they won't have air conditioning. That's easy to fix. The heat thing is relatively easy to fix too, but understand that like our house in the historic center, they heated the house with a fireplace, and they had this ancient oven heated with propane, which I still used, because it worked. But boy, it would heat up the house, and I'm sure they all were kind of piled in the kitchen and or left the kitchen door open and would heat up the rest of the house with that oven. But the fact is that there's many times not heat. And in one of these listings, I brought it to my client's attention that, hey, you might want to check this out. I just don't see evidence of it, wood fireplace, that's great, but do they have central heating? Do they have wall heaters and air conditioners, which are very popular over there? Do they have pellet stoves? How do they heat the house? And if you're going to be there in the winter, you do need heat. It gets chilly, and you don't want to just go through winter without any heat at all. So those are some things to look at. If you have questions on the real estate listings that you're coming across, I can look at them for you, and you can send them to me. Send them to info@supersavvytravelers.com. I'm happy to take a look at them because I love going through real estate listings in Italy. I do that for fun. It's almost annoying, I think, because I'm always, looking, what does so-and-so want? I'm going to find them the perfect house. It's just so much fun. And I'm so happy that you guys are having fun too. Now, a couple of things. We had such a great time with our Italy chat last Saturday. When I get over to Italy, we're going to reinstate the chat, and I'll let you know when it is, and you guys can come join. If you want to join the chat, email me at chris@supersavvytravelers.com. I will put you on the email list for that. Another thing is the Facebook group. We have a Facebook group of people who are looking at properties in Italy, several who have bought successfully properties in Italy, a couple who have bought recently during COVID, which is very fascinating, and kudos to them because they're brave and daring, and they did it, and they went over and they took possession, and they made a great choice. So that's really cool. We have people who are Italian. We speak in Italian sometimes, and with lots of pictures, recipes, just a lot of really fun stuff, answers to questions and things like that. So there's a lot coming up. I've got a lot of videos to do when I get over there. I'm meeting with Antonello on day 1, and we're going to be running around videoing these things. And then I'm going to basically tour around the area and find the other properties that I find intriguing and I think will fit into some of your criteria. Now, if you're looking at purchasing a property in Italy, and if you haven't already emailed me, please email me at info@supersavvytravelers.com. I have a checklist called Find My Perfect Property Checklist, and it asks you for all the information that I need to really see, what you're looking for, what your price range is, what you're expecting, the time frames, everything. And I can send that out to you, and then you can send it back to me, and then I keep it on file for when you're ready to either come over or take advantage of the remote property purchase program, and we have all the data that we need. So definitely send me an email if you're looking, and that's anywhere in Italy, because Emilio is hitting the ground running on all these guys in the different parts of Italy, and we have a lot of help over there. So, okay, I know this was a longer one. I hope this helps. If you have questions about real estate listings in Italy or anything having to do with real estate in Italy, please write me and I will answer. In the meantime, once we take off for Italy, which is about 10 days from now, I'm going to be doing videos from the airport, what it's like to test with these things, how long it takes, how the whole thing went. When we land in Rome, I'm going to video from there. When we're driving down from Rome to Scalea and Santa Domenica Tila, we're going to be videoing there. And then, of course, the big reveal on our house, and meeting Antonello, meeting Salvatore, meeting Ivan De Luca, and a little quick teaser. We are closing on another property in Scalea, and you're going to be able to see it and see what the property purchase looks like close up and personal. So stay tuned to the channel. See you guys.